Welcome to episode 11, r.Gaming on After the Storm. NHL 2003 Franchise Mode Series with the Colorado Avalanche. Today's episode is going to feature games with St. Louis and Chicago. Not a whole lot to go over before the game starts. I don't think we had any changes or any injuries. I think we had an injury to Ferentz last episode, but nothing crazy in terms of the second game against Nashville other than the wacky overtime goal. So there's not much to go over before we get started, so with that in mind, we're just going to jump right into the St. Louis game. First game of the episode underway. Taking a look at... Oh my god, that was a horrible shot by Doug Weight. Yeah, just looking at the St. Louis team, like, this team is stacked. Oh. Like, Kachuk, Dimitrov, Weight, like, it's good that they're on cold streaks. But this team has, like, a legit all-star first line. Ooh, nice shot. Freddie Brathwaite. There's a name I haven't seen in a while. Like I was mentioning on the last episode, it's kind of nice to play a team we haven't played this so far this season. But man, like this team's actually stacked. Like St. Louis didn't even come across my radar for a team to play as, and when I was loading this up, but having to do it over again, they would definitely be on my list. So the St. Louis jerseys here that we see are actually pretty much just the same jerseys they were currently. They actually have the... Oh, here we go, another injury. I might have to look at the sliders after this game, or maybe this episode, just to see what if like there's ability to change the injury. Bryce Salvador looking like himself too. The injury frequency in this game, because like, man, we're having an injury like every other game at this rate. Oh, Tongi on the rebound. Good save by Brathwaite. Oh, yeah. Well, at least he's taking Pronger off the ice of all people. Also, Pronger and Mike Keane are definitely not the same size. Oh, man. Good chances here. Oh, hit the post. I'm not sure what Hejduk's been doing this year. I'm not sure like what his stat line would be. I didn't really look at it in the last episode. There's a little bit of flag there. But he just seems like a guy who has not been on the score sheet much. Maybe just assists. I mean, he is playing with Sakic most of the year. So there's a chance he just has a bunch of assists. Oh, Tyson Nash. Nice shot. Oh, Ben's definitely playing the Chicago game after this. Oh, Morozov almost had one. Oh, man, Kachuk. I think Waz playing like his 5th game in a row at this point, so... Actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Abishai played the first game before the trade or not. Oh, man. We've been sloppy so far this game, for sure. There you go, Sakic. Oh. Come on, Forsberg. Oh. Not the deke I wanted, that's for sure. Oh, nice try, Forsberg. Looks like Pronger only has like a hitting thing, unless it just displays one at a time in this game. No, it can display 2. I think I just saw him with one with the big hit thing. Like, he was like a big slap shot guy too, so that doesn't make any sense. Oh god. Oh, nice block by Reinprecht. I don't know why he's the only guy back, but... Nice block by Tongi, too. Jeez, look at all the forwards getting into the defensive side of the game. Oh. Checking from behind for Jamal Mayers. Oh, good save by Brathwaite. On Hejduk. Man. I don't know. I can't recall a single episode of the series so far where Hejduk has scored a goal. It's going to do for the second intermission. We're out shooting them by a large margin, but it just... slow at the gate to start, and it's been a very sloppy game, so... Oh, school up. Nice shot. Good save by Brathwaite, though. There we go. Nice turnover. Oh, Neteros almost had one. We're going to get one here. Feel it. Hey, look at that. Okay, so I was right. Hejduk had not scored a goal. But that was a nice pass from Sakic. Hey, and also Sakic finally gets an assist. My God, it only took like 21 games. Good that we're on the board, though. That was a nice shot by Hejduk, too. Man, I hate the two-line pass rule so much. I'm pretty sure after this season it's gone, because I think they just got rid of it. I know they got rid of it before... Ooh. Hey, another power play for us. Like, I'm pretty sure they got rid of it before the lockout, which is in a couple seasons from now, so I'm pretty sure they got rid of it before then. Because it was such a stymieing rule. Like, you couldn't even get breakaways in the NHL. Because like a stretch pass breakaway, I should say. But, jury... Here we go. Ooh, nice chance. That's something I just saw there that I don't know if I've seen in an NHL game at least on the Xbox One, like that generation of consoles, is I literally skated into the ref and the ref blocked me. Like he's an actual body on the ice. Oh, come on, foot, get that puck. Ooh, I don't like this. Ooh, he missed. Nice. Oh, Keenum's had a chance there. Well, definitely had a chance. Almost scored, though. Freddie Brathwaite. I wonder who the other goalie for St. Louis is at this time. Maybe Osgood? Not sure if Osgood was in Detroit right now or not. I don't think so. I think it was Hasek and Cujo. So, by the way, again, that's an... Oh, man. We got lucky. There it is. Final minute, and we got to get one back now. Oh, Forsberg! I was not expecting that to go in, but nice drop pass. Sakic, 2 assists in this game, and we get back into it. Love it. Man, Waz I don't know if Waz had like 10 shots on him this game. That's so... his save percentage taking a beating in this one. Oh, Tonga had a nice chance. Oh, we're still here. Everybody changed. Oh, God. So we're going to head to another overtime. Last episode, second game against Nashville there. It ended with a very fluky goal that went off DeVries. Oh, DeVries hit the post on that too. We'll hope we don't have a repeat of that. See if we can get a win, or maybe we have our first tie of the mode. For some reason, they're showing an argument in the crowd. So looking at the stats at the end of regulation, oh my God, 8 shots on Juan. He's let in 2 this game. That's not very good. But let's get going with overtime. Hopefully we can... get a win. That way it's not all for nothing here for Patrick. Freeze! Oh, couple chances. Oh, deep way out. Oh, McKinnis almost scored. Hejduk shot, and that was a nice deep too. Uh-oh. Ooh, Pronger missed. Let's go, Sakic. Oh, get around McKinnis. Oh, good chance. Stillman. Oh, stopped. Couldn't get the rebound. Uh-oh. Oh my God. For some reason, every time Stillman's had the puck in front of the net this game, Waugh has just gone down. Like, he goes completely down. So I'm trying to figure out if this is a tie. Yeah, it's a tie. So we have our first tie of the mode. This might look foreign to some people watching. I'm sure maybe if you're watching this series, you've probably played NHL 2003, or you're just curious about the NHL series, but yeah, this was it wasn't until I believe the 05-06 season where they introduced the shootout. So every game that went to overtime and went beyond that was considered a tie. So both teams got 1 point, and that was it. All right, so again, good news, bad news situation. Hejduk's on a hot streak, so that's good. That'll help especially for the next game, for the next few, because getting Hejduk activated is probably going to be important. Keane is on a cold streak, but Keane's been doing nothing except, just getting into fights. So I'm not really sure why he's on a cold streak, but he's won literally every fight. And then Messier is out 2 to 3 weeks with a broken nose. So again, we lose another forward, or I should say just another player, because Ference was the guy who went down last episode. So we'll replace Messier in the lineup. Messier hasn't really been doing much. He's got a couple goals on the season, but nothing like out of the ordinary. So it should be pretty easy to replace his minutes. So we made a couple of changes. Messier was on the 4th line, so coming in for his spot is Wilsey. And Wilsey, as we know from a few episodes back when we made the trade, he was supposed to be in the Pittsburgh deal, but it ended up being I can't remember. It was a defenseman, Todd Gill, who ended up being in that trade. So Wilsey's still here, which, I mean, that's good because now we need him. He's our best forward that was scratched, so he's now into the lineup. On the other side, I moved Mike Keane down to the fourth line, basically just because now he's on a cold streak. All he's been doing is getting into fights. I'm going to move him to the fourth line so we can just avoid maybe having that fight every game. I just realized that Stefan Yell is actually down on that fourth line. Like, it's good that we've spread it out that way, but, like, he's actually been playing pretty well this season. And then the other change is that we put Krstanovich onto the third line where Keane initially was. So we're going to give Krstanovich, because he's a little bit faster and he's a little bit, he gets more offensive chances than Keane does for sure. So putting him with Reinpreg and Tanguay will, I'm assuming, probably help him a little bit. And lastly, we're going to make sure we do it. Not forget, Aubin is coming in for the Chicago game, so I'm not sure how it's going to go. Chicago wasn't like a very strong team at this point in time, so they have like a few stars like Daze, Sullivan, guys like that, but they're not a very top-heavy team, so this will be a good test for Aubin just to get into the game and hopefully get a win. So yeah, I just went into the stats here just to take a look at Hayduk after he scored that goal last game, so he's got 9 points on the year, which, like, all this looks like really bad, I think, mainly due to the fact that, like, most of these players are kind of like a point per game average in their career. Like, Forsberg started off really hot, but he's really cooled down since. Morozov came over with, like, 10 or 11 points, so he's cooled off a little bit since the trade, and then Sakic's just kind of been scoring goals, and that's all he's been doing. It's actually kind of surprising School is here. Like, he just has a bunch of assists, completely under the radar. I'm not really concerned. Like, I'm assuming there's probably going to be a player or two over 100 points in the league, but it's not going to be any of our players unless we start just scoring with the same player every game. But otherwise, Hayduk has just been getting assists pretty much on Sakic's goals, like I kind of predicted, and probably Forsberg's goals too. Anyway, Chicago is a little bit higher up in the standings, as you can see, than St. Louis is, so this might be a bit more of a test game than we initially thought, but I don't know, we're going to get going with it, and hopefully it goes well. Aubin's first game in the net, so fingers crossed on that one. He's only a 71 overall, so hopefully it doesn't go too bad. Alright, so game 2 of the episode against Chicago. Today's standards, we think about the Chicago Blackhawks as a powerhouse, even though, like, they haven't had a couple good seasons here. This was, like, the darkest time for the Chicago Blackhawks. I think they had the ownership group there wasn't allowing games to be broadcast locally, so it was trying to force people to go to the games. I mean, that's just horrible. It just resulted in so much fan resentment and low attendance numbers and all that. So, oh, here comes Jamnov. Nice stop. Oh, Krstanovich almost had an empty net there. If he was a right-hander, I think he would have had that. Oh, here comes Daze. Oh, he missed the net. Oh, Sullivan jam. What did Melikar do? 5-minute major for boarding. Not a game of misconduct, though, but a 5-minute major. Oh, boy. Gonna be one of these games, it looks like. Oh, Ban. Look at all the saves Ban's making. Come on, jinx it, but he started off really well there. This is a horrible start for us, though. This is not what we're looking for. Leslie. Oh, off the post. Try to get this thing down. It's blocked. There we go. Thankfully, the power play things in this game is... Holy jeez. At least it's not our player, but this has been a physical game off the start for sure. Oh, no penalty on that one for Foot, so I guess we'll take it. Probably could have been another one, but it was a busy first period for sure. Lots of hitting, lots of penalties. I don't think that... I think, Melikar was definitely back in the game, so no game misconduct there for him. So I wonder if, because I put Keane on the fourth line, if this just changed it, so now that Adam Foot's going to fight every game. Oh, Sakic, nice move. Oh, Hayduk. Took it on his backhand. Oh, Forsberg, man. He hit that post hard. There we go. Nice pass by Hayduk. Sakic with his 12. I feel like there's some chemistry starting on that line right now. It's starting to work out a little bit better. So the first few games, Hayduk, Forsberg, and Sakic were together, I'm played them much together this season, really. It wasn't working out too well. Ooh, Neteros with a nice chance. This is starting to drive me nuts. So many injuries in this game. Like, first off, that is interference. But now we gotta hope that Jury's not out long term. Hopefully it's a day-to-day thing, but like, I'm pretty sure every injury in this game does make it so that you miss games. I gotta look into that injury slider for sure. Oh, Daze, what a play. Good save by Aubin, though. He's been so good so far. Here we go, we'll see. Oh, and I missed it. Scoreboard was in my way. Oh, Shamnov with a snipe. Hey, Aubin's had a really good game up to this point, so can't really complain with his performance. That's a player who had all the time in the world in front. Oh, Pearson just didn't shoot. Oh, nice stop by Aubin. Oh, Yell, nice chance, nice chance. Oh, we'll see. Oh, he missed again. Willsie's had a couple of really good chances in his debut game for the season. 11-8 the shots, out hitting them. Tie game going into the third. Oh, DeVries, nice chance. Oh, hey, we got a power play out of it. I feel like that's like a makeup call for that horrible non-call on Drury earlier in the game. Oh, Daze chance. Oh, Aubin got it. Well, with the way Aubin's played so far this game, I mean, I'm not going to shy away at all from playing him more to take the load off of Waugh there, because Aubin's actually played better than Abouche did. Oh, okay, maybe I jinxed it. But again, that's a shot perfectly in the slot. Not really his fault. There's nobody defending for him. Alright, so down 2-1. Gotta kind of pull another rabbit out of the hat here. To use this line a bunch down the stretch here just to be able to get some offensive chances. Oh, in a roast. Oh, White got it. Oh, again, every goal this game has been in the slot. You can't really expect a guy to bail you out multiple times in that area as a goaltender. And then Tebow makes that save. That's the difference of the game right now, for sure. I mean, with all this in mind, I think Aubin still played really well for his overall and everything. Can't really blame him when the goals are all like that. Poke checks are on point. But that'll do it for this one. That's a tough loss because I thought we played a lot better than they did all game, but it's all the goals that are just sitting right in front of the net. You can't really do much about them, so we'll move on and we'll preview the next episode. So coming out again, another injury. I'm going to take a look at the injury slider, see if there's anything that's possible with that to change. I'm hoping there is, because this is getting every game there's an injury now. So Drury's out with a back strain 1 to 2 weeks, and Drury already missed a considerable amount of time earlier this season. It's unfortunate to see, but we'll throw somebody into the lineup and probably move Stefan Yell up and then dress the center on like the fourth line. So tough to see all these guys be going down because our injury report is just, it's like a laundry list at this point. So as you can see here, I just jumped into the gameplay settings. I didn't realize this was up this much. It's kind of crazy that the injury slider is up this high. So I'm actually going to back it off right about here and then kind of see over the next few episodes just how that transpires, just to really just take a look at how it results in the gameplay. Because what it should do, like, I just don't want to see an injury every game, on either side, really. Just to allow the teams to play better and not have to worry about their, losing. Like, we've lost so many man games to injury already this season. So the injury slider's going down a little bit just to kind of quell that. I was talking about our injury report and how long that would be. And just take a look at this. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players currently on our injured list. DeVries is playing, so he doesn't really count. So technically we have 5 roster players that are actively always in the lineup, not in the lineup. Ferentz and Messier both out 2 to 3 weeks. We have Drury out 1 to 2 weeks, and then we have Heinout and Verbata out indefinitely. So we don't know if those are season-ending injuries or if those guys are coming back. But for now, it's just out indefinitely. We don't even know when they are coming back. And Verbata's a big one, just because he's a skilled forward. He's like an 82 overall or something in this game, so he'd be such a help. But like, hopefully he comes back, in a couple months or so. Like, I haven't really looked around the league and found other injuries and like what their timelines are to compare it to. So maybe I'll do that before we preview the next game, just so we have an idea of what the definition of indefinitely is. So I scrolled around the league just taking a look at what the definitions of the injury system is in this game. So out indefinitely to me, it seems like the longest timeline. So that means these are the players that are going to be at the longest. And I've seen injuries with 2 to 3 months. So if they're out indefinitely, and I guess that doesn't change. So maybe for Verbata, out indefinitely means more than 3 months, and his injury occurred back in October. So meaning he could maybe come back by the new year. But, see, I've seen 2 to 3 months, 6 to 7 weeks. Anything that kind of goes over that 6 to 7 weeks, it kind of seems like it goes to indefinitely, but then there's also 2 to 3 months. So I really have no idea when these guys are coming back, just because the injury system in this game was not as fleshed out, to say the least, as some of the newer titles. So no idea when we're going to see Verbata and Heino back. But it was our next episode. So episode 12 of the series, we're going to be covering games against St. Louis again and Minnesota. So Minnesota we've already played. They're kind of up there in the standings with us. But I can definitely recall playing them, and they weren't like a huge test. They were kind of the team that, on the other end of like a Phoenix, where I expected the team to be better. They were kind of the opposite. They were doing really well, but I thought the team was bad. So we'll preview St. Louis first. I don't think there's much change with them, but then we'll go ahead and preview Minnesota as well, just to kind of get a feel for them again, because it's been a while since we played them. Yeah, we played Minnesota at the end of October, so we're actually at the end of November at this point. Yeah, it's been almost a month. It's been a month since we played them, so there's probably lots of changes with their team, but not a whole lot with St. Louis for sure. So St. Louis hasn't lost in the last 2, so of course one of those was a tie. They got no injuries. Brathwaite's fatigued, so we'll see if he actually ends up playing against us again, or if it's, I'm assuming, Osgood is their backup goalie, so maybe it's Chris Osgood that comes in. As for the Minnesota game, I believe when we played them in the episodes previous, we beat them both times. So it wasn't a big test for us. Offensively, they're having a lot of success. Zoltak's probably one of the top leaders in the league. Looking at their team, though, Richard Park, he's out 1 to 2 weeks with a bruised sternum. Willie Mitchell's got a post-concussion syndrome, so he's out indefinitely, and then Dwayne Rolson's fatigued. They might... I don't know, it'd be weird, because it's been probably 5 or 6 episodes since I've played them, so we'll see if there's been any changes with their team. Anyways, guys, that's going to wrap it for this episode. We changed the injury sliders down so we can start having people heal up, get back into the lineup. Hopefully we see Verbata and High Note. I'd love to see that system change a little bit. Like, I hope as time progresses it actually does give a timeline other than out indefinitely, because they could just pop back up like in no time, right? Hopefully this results in less injuries, because as we've seen in these last few episodes, there's been, I'd say, like 10 in the last 4 episodes. Been so many injuries right now, especially to our team, so we definitely need the injury bug to kind of go away, and hopefully just dropping that slider down a little bit. If there's no injuries in the next like 4 or 5 episodes, I'll bring it back up a little bit, but probably not to where it was, just so that we see, injuries do happen, of course, in the game. We just don't want that to be completely, off, or just no injuries happening at all. We just want it to be very limited, because I think if we take a look at our stats section, so we played 22 games on the year. After Messier here, these are all the guys who have dressed for every game. So that is 9 players right here. Everybody else has missed time. We're looking at, like, Larson's played games. He's been coming in. Trapani's came in rather. Kristanovich has filled in, but Verbata played 12 games, then he got injured. Clark, I think Clark just was filling in. Muir filled in. Ferentz played some. Drury's played 17, so he's only missed 5, but when you don't see Drury for 3 or 4 episodes, it actually feels like a lot more. Neteros has been down for 3. DeVries was down for 4. DeVries, and then Yell's missed a couple games here and there. It doesn't seem like a lot, but when every episode there's a guy getting injured, it does add up over time. That's for sure. That's going to wrap for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Click like if you liked the video. Click subscribe if you really liked it and you want more of it. Hit the notification tab. That way when the episodes do come up, because I don't have it on a set schedule. I kind of just record the episode, edit the episode, throw the episode up. So as soon as they come through, if you hit the notification bell and you want to watch more, It'll come up right for you there. Hope everybody's still, staying safe and staying healthy out there. Seems like we're kind of halfway through this whole thing, so thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you on the next episode.